Hey, how's it going? This is a Dragoon up to level 40 guide. This is Shadowbringers 5.0. Level 35, we get Elusive Jump. Executes a jump to the location of 15 yalms behind you. Cannot be executed while bound, so stunned or silenced. It is instant cast with 30-second off-globe cooldown. This no longer removes enmity, so this is basically just a meme jump. You can use this to initiate, of course. If you are not in melee range, you can use something like Piercing Talons into this, and then basically get back into melee range. Or you can use it the more safer way of just basically jumping away from something like a telegraph that's about to be used on you. You can go ahead and do your rotation, use your elusive jump, and then do the piercing talon as you come back in. At level 40, we get Doom Spike, delivers an attack with a potency of 170 to all enemies in a straight line before you. Now the line is quite wide, so you'll be able to hit stuff quite fairly, but it's still a straight line, so be careful with that. With a weapon skill, global cooldown. Now this is what it looks like. So the thing about this ability is that the line is fairly long and it's fairly wide. You just need to actually angle your target. So typically the target that's furthest away from you, you want to actually angle it so everything else gets hit. Because if you do something like this number, you might actually not be able to hit everything around you, as you notice there. Now the AoE, however, is it's similar. It's iconic as well because of the elusive jump, and it's quite simple actually. It's severely simple. So we're only going to basically be using elusive jump, but before that, we want to actually get our disembowel going. Now don't put any of your lands or life surges here because we just want that damage bonus, that damage multiplier of our disembowel. But once we have it, we're going to lands charge, and then we're going to use our Doom Spike. You can Doom Spike first into life surge, Doom Spike, whichever way floats your boat. Just make sure you put those cooldowns down as well as the jump. Now, if you're running out of disembowel midway through, go ahead and reapply your disembowel unless the fight looks like it's about to end prematurely. So it's up to you. Make your choice. If the fight is going to drag on too long, go ahead and reapply. Dragoon up to level 40 is similar in terms of single target rotation. If you need that, just go ahead and go back to the level 30 guide and look down to the description. You should find a rotation for you. Now, Elusive Jump is basically used for disengage. You can use it to engage as well, but it's kind of an iffy. It has two hitboxes on Elusive Jump, right before you take off and right before you land on your position, whether it's engage or disengage. So right here, my hitbox is where as soon as my character touched the ground, but it was also way up here when I was still mid-flight. So you have to be careful if there's a telegraph. Make sure as soon as you see that telegraph, you take off. You can also use it to kind of elusive jump between locations. So if this mob is about to die and there's a lot more on the other side where the level 80 striking dummy is, you can also just elusive jump away. Make sure you look away from the targets, and as you're walking away, you elusive jump so you can continue on this side. Dragoon 40 is pretty much it kind of throws you into the AoE nonsense that is level 40 Dragoon, Doom Spike, and Elusive Jump. It's basically just spam Doom Spike once you have Disembowel, and once Disembowel is about to expire, use Disembowel and spam more Doom Spikes. If you need to reposition, you can just walk, or you can just Elusive Jump there, and hopefully not die to telegraphs. That's basically Dragoon, level 40 in a nutshell. Alright, here we are in a dungeon, level 40. This is going to be Stone Vigil. I'm pretty relaxed. Dragoon is probably the most relaxed DPS in the entire game, aside from probably Black Mage. Okay, lance charge. We're going to get that disembowel. And then we're just going to spam our AoEs. Let's put that last surge, I almost forgot about it. Let's put a feint on him. Just align yourself. Just make sure you're in a line. Once you're down to a single target, just go ahead and swap back. or unless the fight drags on too long, then go ahead and reapply your disembowel. So we're in a situation where my disembowel is about to expire. Just reapply it, if I can get the chance. Reapply it, focus targets, prioritize. Just position yourself where you can actually hit everything at once. Solid Dragoon. The most relaxed DPS in the game so far. Alright, boss engagements. It's basically the same rotation from level 30. You just have a couple more cooldowns, that's all. Can I stun this guy? Of course not. What am I thinking? Elusive Jump. See, it's useful. It's not a meme. Not by much. Let me use this feint here. So 2 more full thrusts, and then we disembowel again. I wish I could stun you, man. Oh, that still got me. Well, second win. Let's go and toss my bloodbath as well. Alright, good stuff. So see, Elusive Jump's not that useful. Not that useless. Sometimes it gets me killed, sometimes it makes me lazy.